guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, this look is quite different for me. Yep, it's a little bit more different than what I've done recently, and I think it's because spring is coming up. And with spring, I always love to do softer looks or like softer looks. A lot of people are going to be like, that's a lot of blush. That's not soft. But I always feel like the more blush, the softer you look because it just makes you like look so youthful and the pink in the cheeks, so cute. So I decided to do this soft look also because a certain somebody requested that I do a softer look. So I thought, sure, why not? So this is definitely what I came up with, a little soft moment, no lashes. So if you've been looking for a look of mine that just doesn't include lashes, well, here it is. I think it's super cute. Just the soft, glowy skin with the blush and the pink under eyes, taking a lot of inspiration from K Beauty. Yeah, so before we get into this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, as well as give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and it shows me that I'm on the right path, doing the right things. Whatever you guys want to see. If you have any video ideas, make sure to leave them down below and comment them or slide into my DMs and tell me what you want to know. My DMs are always open for new ideas. This is actually an idea that some very special person requested from me, so I decided I would do it. So yeah, if there's a certain video idea that you want to see me do, then yeah, just let me know. So without further ado, if you want to see how to get this soft kind of springtime baby look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, just starting off by doing some skincare, putting, under eye cream under my eyes where it belongs, and also moisturizing my face with a gel moisturizer. For me, gel moisturizers just work better for my skin, and then putting on some more under eye cream of a different kind, just because my under eyes are super dry, like the Sahara Desert dry. And also now just putting a revitalizing mist on my skin, just to give it that more glowy and dewiness, and of course, we have to prime the skin. So here I am just priming my skin, and I mostly pat it into my pores that are super huge around my T-zone. Now going straight into eyebrows, just brushing my eyebrows to make sure that all the hairs are in place, and shockingly this time not using black but using a softer dark brown with the eyebrows. Since we are trying to go with a softer look, this is how I do it. It kind of looks messy, but then once you clean it up with a makeup wipe, it is super easy, fast brows that do quite nicely, and they look quite nice. Of course, we got to go in with not concealer this time, but foundation. I didn't want to put concealer on it because that lines up the area instead of like matching it to my skin tone. And since again we're going for that softer natural look, I wanted to make sure that it matches with my skin tone instead. Going in with my favorite concealer, still the e.l.f. 24-hour concealer, but the hydrating one, just because like I said, my under eyes are really dry, and here I am just giving a little bit more coverage to those areas where I have some problems, some blemishes. Since we're going to be doing very little foundation, we want the skin to look glowy and natural. We want those areas to have more coverage without looking like they have more coverage, so that's why I use concealer first, and just making sure to get that extra coverage. We are blending it out with our fingers first and leaving the under eye area alone so it can dry a little bit more. That way it gives us more coverage in the end. And here just using a sponge to blend out on the eyes and the nose, and finally the under eyes. Here I'm taking my Wet n Wild hydrating foundation and just putting, as you can see, very little of that just to fill in the other areas where I didn't put the concealer on. And again, like I said, since we want to make our skin look dewy, I'm only setting the under eyes, the lids, and the nose. Here I removed a little bit of that excess bronzer on the brush on the wrist of my hand. Well, not the wrist of my hand, what? The wrist. And I am just lightly adding that only in the back portion, but still doing the nose the same. And now doing the same thing with the contour, just putting it on the very edge and very lightly, and then doing my nose the same, since we can clean that up with powder pretty easily, using the Beauty Blender to make it blend into the skin better and make it look more natural, and of course, cleaning up the nose. Now here is where the blush madness starts. So I'm using a blush that is more like warm toned, toned neutral to still like sculpt and shape my face. And now taking a more peacher blush and starting to add that in the center of my cheeks, start bringing that in. And then taking my pink favorite blush from Ciate London, adding that on top as well, cleaning up there so it doesn't look like I have a blush mustache at all, and toning it down a little with the Beauty Blender, but now also taking this LA Colors blush that has like a little bit of shimmer and adding that right on top to finish up, and then setting spray to return the skin back to skin and make sure that blush is blended into the skin. Now going to the eyes, this is going to be a very simple eye look. We want it to look like there is actually no eyeshadow, and it's just like this, the contrast of the skin, so that's why I'm using a big huge fluffy brush and blending it out all over my eye, so it just looks like a natural shadow, except I'm warming that up with a little pink since that was a little too cool toned for this look specifically, and then again trying to make it look like it's just there naturally. And because we want that very like youthful, shiny, shimmery, soft look, I added this glitter all on my eyelid so that it could shimmer and glow. So it looks a little bit like just my eyelids are nice and dewy and natural. And then going with this pink under the eye, this is very eaglish, but also it reminds me of what Korean beauty used to be a lot. It was a lot of pink under the eye, then adding a little red to deepen it up, just to give it some dimension, but it was very pink on the eyes, like you just woke up with a nap or cried a little. And I really have been into that look recently. I did kind of go a little bit extreme, but later on I clean it up and it'll look a little better. But for now, just gonna have to deal with how crazy it looks a little down there, but we'll clean it up, so don't worry about it. And now instead of taking a black liner, I am taking a brown liner and doing the puppy dog eyeliner, which is where instead of the wing going up, it goes down, so your eyes tilt down a little and makes you look just a little bit like sadder but cute in a way, you know? For the eyeliner dries up, I am taking a brush with just a pink eyeshadow, the same one I used under the eye, and blending that out. I don't want this to have any harshness to it at all, so that's why I'm using the brush to blend it out and make it a little bit more smoky and softer. And we are using the pink to give it that warmth and also to make it look like we were just rubbing our eyes, like after taking a good nap. You know, you rub your eyes and your eyes get a little pink around there. So that is what I'm doing, and I did the other eye off camera just to save some time. Now applying some mascara, and a generous amount of mascara because my lashes are not the longest and they aren't the fullest. So I really need my mascara's help, especially if I'm not using falsies, which I am not. Now I am taking my Wet n Wild loose highlighter that I love, and of course I needed a pinker tone to my highlight today, just to make sure that it blends in with the blush, and I'm going kind of for this warm pink whole vibe today on my face, so I definitely want to make sure that it stays on brand with that highlight, and also with the highlight, adding that on my temples, my nose, my cupid's bow, my cheekbones, and my chin, just so we can keep the glowiness to make the skin look even more glowy. And taking that same highlight, I'm adding it in the inner corners and also bringing it down on the lower lash line, again just to make the eyes look a little bit more rounder, more puffier, like you just woke up from a nice nap, and opening my eyes up just a little bit for that innocence, using a white liner in the waterline. It'll just open it up and make the eyes look a little wider, a little bigger, more open and awake, even though we just woke up from a nap and we're so sleepy. And now I wanted to add the gradient lip, so I wanted to make my lips look like they're just naturally, that have that small beautiful color in them, so which is why I started off with this pink to add a base, and then using a little bit of red just to ombre it out, so my lips look just a little bit smaller and like they are naturally have that tint to it. So that is the final look. Alright guys, this is the final look for my kind of soft girl look. I really went really soft because I really just wanted to get that like youthful, and I love the whole blush on the cheeks. For some people this might be too much blush, but for me personally, I just love the way the blush looks, and the pink under the eye makes my eyes look just like a little puffy, like if I just woke up from a nap. And then of course puppy dog eyeliner always makes everything, just brings the eyes a little bit more down, a little bit more cute, puppy dog, and blend it out, that way it's not too harsh. I think this look came out really nicely, and yeah, I'm super proud of it. I love how soft it looks. My skin just naturally looks like it's glowing, and like I just am blushing from something that I saw and then just woke up from a nap or cried, which is totally the vibe that I was going for. The eyebrows, of course, a little much softer with the brown instead of the black, and of course the lips with just the tiniest bit of color. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this look. If you want to see more of my content, there's going to be some videos linked up in the iCard section, and also make sure to go down below and subscribe and hit that like button so I know that I'm doing a good job. So yeah, I hope everybody is having a good day or night wherever you may be. Make sure to stay safe, and I love you all. Bye guys!